Good morning. This is Reverend Pam Geagan from the Center for Spiritual Living, Pleasant Valley in Camarillo, California, and welcoming you back or welcoming you for the first time to the Lotus and Lily Manifestation Meditations. And what we're concentrating on today, it's the last day of forgiveness. And yesterday, we've spent quite a few days doing a lot of forgiveness work. But today is the last day, and it's about the biggest day, and it's forgiveness for yourself. So, in this last series of forgiveness meditations from the book, The Lotus and the Lily, before we move forward, it is the big frog finally forgiving the self. Hafiz, the Persian poet, wrote, "Awake, my dear, be kind to your sleeping heart. Take it out of the vast fields of light and let it breathe." We've done a lot of work letting our prisoners go, the ones we need to forgive. We've even done a lot of work forgiving ourselves. So today is the last day of working on forgiving, I hate to say that word, in using the techniques to let go, let God of the self and forgive the self. So before we close this series leading up to our soul day, this is the last act of forgiveness. It is designed to free you and allow you to experience the miraculous gift of forgiving the self and creating new magical openings in your life. So I'll be giving you information. We'll be doing a meditation on that information, and then we'll close with an affirmation. So after the rich experience of learning to forgive another, did you ever wonder what it would feel like to offer that same absolution to yourself? You might have done it ages ago if it weren't for the heavy chains holding you down. And what are those heavy chains? Guilt, shame, blame. There's a problem with these negative emotions, because by blaming ourselves, guilt can shut down the frontal lobes of our brain. We know that scientifically now. When that happens, we lose our ability to analyze any situation, and the longer we stay focused on our negative belief systems, the more likely we are to become depressed. You can confirm with your angels, guides, whoever are in there, that divine realm that support you and love you unconditionally beyond measure. You can confirm that the divinity that they already know you have, and that you rest in their arms, that you could not condemn yourself for what you have already been forgiven. You are loved beyond measure. You are the beloved, in whom God, love, is so well pleased. So now we're just going to go in, and I asked you to create your own prayer, but if you'll go with me today and just use the prayer I created along with help from my guides and angels for forgiveness for self and for others. And so I just want you to relax in, take those deep breaths. Feel that light coming all the way up. Wherever you are, chair or bed, feel that light coming all the way up from the feet, from the Middle Earth, grounding us. Thanking this bodysuit, this experience, for this rich, deepening experience, this thing called life on our Mother Earth. So breathe that light in, relaxing the feet, the ankles, the knees, coming up and wrapping that energy all around, this beautiful golden light, wrapping it around the hips, coming up to the sit bone, opening the root chakra, the beautiful red ruby root chakra between the legs, wrapping around, relaxing, just breathing naturally, breathing in. And feel that energy now wrapping around, going up vertebrae by vertebrae by vertebrae, relaxing the sacral chakra beneath the belly button, above the root chakra, coming on up to the solar plexus, where we hold so much energy, in our bodies. And just relaxing in. It's the beautiful orange sacral chakra. See that wrapping around the back? Coming up vertebrae by vertebrae by vertebrae. Coming around and opening that beautiful emerald green chakra in the throat area. Not the throat, in the heart area. Opening up. And there's a beautiful lily or lotus there. So gorgeous. And it is the symbol of that peace of peace we are always seeking. And in the lotus or the lily, or maybe they're both there, sit one of your angels, one of your guides. Could even be your whole council sits there, your whole council of angels, guides, guardians, those who support you and love you beyond measure and are so happy when you open up to them. They've been waiting patiently to bring miraculous experiences into your life in this life. So now that energy now wraps around the back, vertebrae by vertebrae, coming up to the throat chakra, the beautiful sky blue throat chakra, opening up the throat, and then coming around the shoulders, and the energy going down the upper arms, down the elbows, out the forearms, the wrists, the hands. And just wait for a moment and you will feel the tingling of the energy coming out the hands, because we are directing the energy right here and right now in our bodies. And these hands are now your energy wands. So take a moment right now, and if there's any place in your body that is calling for your attention, take that energy and direct it to supporting that area. Could be your back, your shoulders, your neck, your hips, your legs, whatever it is. Send that healing energy right to it, knowing that that current of energy is going right in it, right where you need it most right now. And say, I am feeling stronger every day in every way, and I am grateful for this. And it is so, and so it is. Now that energy comes up, and you can even drop the shoulders now, relax them. Drop the neck, the head. Feel that energy come right up the back of the neck, come around the head chakra, shooting right up to the sky. All the wonderful light energy shooting right up to the sky and surrounding you from the left to the right, from the top to the bottom, north to the south, east to the west. You are in this golden cloud. We're going to breathe it all in with a God is, or love is, or whatever entity you want to, a Gabriel is, Jesus, Muhammad, Krishna. And on the out breath, the first one with a ha, ha, getting rid of all the breath. I am. And now two more silently. And now fully open and receptive as we go into prayer. And with that, God is, I am, recognizing there's something greater than I am here. I close the gap. If there has been a gap between self and love that I am and love that surrounds me, I am now closing it. In that gap, was pain and fear and anger. In that gap, I was blocked energetically and hurting. And my pure, innocent, perfect child was not being fed. The gap is gone and the good is there to replace it. There is no reason to refuse the good, to cross over into it. There is no reason to stay in the anger. There is no good in holding on to past hurts, past pains, past resentments. I cross over into forgiveness, letting go, letting God. And I know in my heart of heart, as I place my hand on my heart, raising that connection and that oxytocin, God is love. So how can I love myself if I can't just love you a little? So as I open my whole heart, I open my whole heart to loving you a little and allowing the space for new relationships to enter into my realm. I now have the space to love my home, my family, my friends. I now have the space to realize the next steps in revealing my greater purpose, my reason for being here. And it is all because I love myself and I love you, even just a little. I let go, I embrace it all, and call it good. Even though I have in my power the power to ignore the self, ignore others, to hate and blame the self, that power goes in deeper when I am in that flow, and it makes my life more difficult. Little traps are set up for by my own self. I am not the one against me. I am the one for me. I am the brilliant one that knows me more as God knows me more, and knows that I have the power to forgive self and others, to love myself unconditionally in some even just little way as I love others. The truth is when I look deeper into the soul, I realize my presence in my life and all the people in my life, whether obstacles, that I saw them as obstacles or opportunities, are truly opportunities. Every step was a great gift. Thanks to it all, I learned, and I now know my life is unfolding perfectly, no matter what. Thanks to all of what I perceived were obstacles, turned into opportunities as I continue to build my spiritual muscle and become stronger, richer, fuller. Thanks to it all on this long, tough journey, I've made it to this place, this moment, where I know who I am. I am the beloved, in whom God is so well pleased. And those who I perceived were not the same as me, I know that they are also the beloved. In this moment, I've made a choice to let go of seeing others as forever wrong. And I made a choice to hold self and all in the light, to set you free to grow and change, and myself to grow and change. And I see great happiness in this process, for I am set free. I am so grateful, with the help of all the guides and angels and the love of God, for divine intervention from those who support me here and in the heaven world. The gap is closed and continues to close. It is being filled with forgiveness. My mantra is only love is spoken here. And I speak only words from love, or not at all. Now, with eyes still closed or just listening deeply, please embrace these questions and give them thought. I will give you time between each question, and then after we close today, write your answers. Just a moment of reflection. How long have I been angry at myself for my perceived mistakes? Am I ready to let go and forgive myself finally and move to this moment, this wonderful moment that opens new doors, opens those cells of the prisoners I've held, that have held me captives for so long, and the prison that has held me also captive so long, my own self, flinging those doors wide open. What is holding me back? If there is something I'm really not ready to let go of, I look deeply now. Am I waiting for someone else to forgive me? Do I think I don't deserve to be forgiven? And is it even important that I forgive myself? And what would it look like in my life if I only spoke words of love for self, and I only spoke words of love or not at all? And as I know this is a journey, I take time today and look back in gratitude that I've come to this point of realizing I have choices and choosing the highest and best for those in my life, and especially for me. For the hardest person always is the self to forgive. These forgiveness exercises are designed to create space in your heart by untying and releasing the old that's been holding you back. They're designed to help you feel lighter. And as you look back through these exercises, you see you have so much to be grateful for. Even though you may not feel complete in these exercises, and you feel you maybe need more work in this forgiveness process, that's totally normal. Just be grateful for the progress you've made. You may never feel like you're all done. You may feel there's still more work to do. There is. For there will always come more people in your life to forgive, more situations to bless, more judgments to heal, and release old ideas that no longer serve you as you open up to the joy of the divine expressing in and through and as you. Forgiveness is not a one-time event. It's a spiritual practice, a long, lifelong spiritual practice. And it doesn't have to be difficult. It's a way of living in love, in awareness. To stop when you sense you haven't released all of the forgiveness. Celebrate what you have accomplished and released. Say thank you to your counsel, your angels, your guides, for new awarenesses of the miracle of forgiveness. Be grateful for the prayers and tools you found. Be grateful for every knot untied. And if there are more, and I'm sure there are, we have eternity to untie them. But let us untie them and live in happier, freer lives. Maybe you'll untie them next year, maybe next week. But for today, be grateful for the entire journey that brought you here to this moment where you are. And remember, love is only spoken here, especially to yourself. And now as we close, with our closing affirmation, which I repeat. I'll repeat twice. I am totally and completely forgiving myself. I am totally and completely forgiving myself. And just one more time, only love is spoken here, especially to myself. And so as we come back and we open our eyes, we are so grateful for these moments together on this unfolding journey. I am so grateful for each and every one of you. I love each and every one of you. God is the presence, the power. Namaste. Peace out. See you on the flip side tomorrow with a new experience, building towards our soul day. Mwah! Have a blessed day.